Alright, so the first card that was revealed was Odin, Twilit Fate. This is a neutral card, and it is a 7/4/2 on Fanfare, so when you play it, it will be select an enemy card on the field and banish it. And it has Storm as well. So this is very, very good for amulets. So obviously, I don't know, Portalcraft, Cannon. You have the Havencraft stuff, amulets from there. So now you can actually select an amulet or select any card on the field and banish it. And it has Storm. So you could super Evo it, 6, 7 damage, whatever. Buff it if you can do. That's actually not bad. For 7 cost, I would say it's a little bit steep. I'd have put it at 6, but I can understand why it's 7 for because it has Storm as well. But it's a very nice looking card art. Odin, Twilit Fate. I can see this being in every deck. I don't know what capacity though. I'd probably put 2 into the deck. Oh, and apparently all stats and abilities are sub-deck to change. So this is not final. This could change. So by next week, this guy could have 5 damage, 3 health. Or even be 6 cost to play. Then they showed off the Abysscraft card, which I was very happy about. So this is a 9 cost. It is Ginsetsu, and Yuzuki, twin Calamities. I might have butchered that, and I probably did. I probably did. You can just evolve it and 3/6 lethal damage, yeah. Literally 6-7 damage from Odin there. Could be very good. But yeah, we have Yuzuki here. Fanfare, so when you play it, select a mode to activate. So you can summon 4 copies of One-Tailed Fox, which are basically these fins here. Or you can select destroy 4 random enemy followers, restore 4 defense to your leader. So, if they have pesky aura cards out on the board, so most notably the ones that Dragoncraft has, you can delete those as well. You can delete ward cards. Obviously this bypasses ward, so it deletes random stuff. So it's not an exact board clear if they have 5 fins, obviously not. But you might run this into that or do something else along the line. But yeah, that's very nice if you're in a pinch and you need to clear the board. That's very nice. But the one I'm probably going to always be picking is the One-Tailed Fox. So One-Tailed Fox is a 2 cost, 2/3. And now this is a ward. So it's Rush Ward. And last word, so when one of these dies, give a random allied Ginsetsu and Yuzuki twin Calamities on the field +1/+0. So you can essentially buff up this here. So if you wanted to, you could destroy all 4 of these in one go, right? And then you can buff up. And then that becomes a 9/9 at that point. Your opponent has to obviously answer, which is very cool. But I'm probably going to leave him around if I was to play this in this way, and I most likely would do. So I might leave 2 around depending on what their board is looking like. Get some buffs here, play something else on the side if I can do. Because obviously being at 9 energy is a bit steep. It is. So more than likely if you're going second, you want to keep your point. You're probably not going to be saving your point for Serb or Medusa. So you're most likely going to save it for this one here. Is your big card. Very nice. And I can't wait to see what the other cards can look like either. We also had this one here. This is for Dragoncraft now. When this got shown off, I was a little bit dubious about this card, honestly. I was. So this is a 2 cost. It's a 2/2. So when you summon it, if you're in overflow, you add a Whitefrost Whisper to your hand. Now we're going to enter that in just a moment's time. And this has Bane as well. So you can play this whenever you want, and it will have Bane. And when you Evo this, you're going to be doing 1 damage to all enemy followers. Now bear that in mind, okay? Because that comes important when we talk about Whitefrost Whisper. Which is basically you select the mode to activate. This is a 3 cost here as well. So you can do this all in 1 turn if you wanted to. So, your first mode, destroy all damaged enemy followers. So, remember, evolve, deal 1 damage to all enemy followers. And you can also do this one here as well. Increase the cost of all cards in your opponent's hand by 1 until the end of their turn. So if you know they're about to have lethal on the very next turn, you can go ahead and literally ruin our hopes and dreams at that point. Or, if you're going up against Runecraft, coup on turn 10, you can do this. You can suddenly turn a Cocytus into 11 cost. You can really screw with someone's hand here. Massively. And the best part about it is you don't even have to play this card on the turn you get it. So you can hold it in hand until you really need it the most. And you can also use this with Apollo as well. That's another good thing. So Apollo, easy board chip. Then you just play this. Bob's your uncle. Board clear. It's ballistic. Absolutely ballistic. But yeah, this is very good. Very, very good. And of course you're selecting the mode as well. These don't cost anything more than what the original card was. But yeah, I think this is going to be a very strong card. I mean, it's always going to be in every Dragoncraft deck, have 3 of them there. Most likely. And that was it. Oh, and also... let's play this, okay? I've already seen this, but let's play this for you guys that may not have already seen this.
Detestable worm, be gone.
Oh, God.
Are you impervious to the cold? That was incredible. Winter descends.
I'm crying again. The first time I saw this, my cheeks were hurting me.
I'm bored.
I don't think people will be bored staring at you, okay? Oh my dear lord. And then they showed off a bunch of story stuff, and yeah, that's it. Oh my god, tears are coming down again. Oh yeah, and this is the battle pass as well. This guy looks like something from Dark Souls. Massively. Silvarius.
Not bad.
Not bad.
No.
Not like this.
Burn bright.
Burn bright, my friend. Anduin. We have one for Runecraft here. His trait is Anathema. I believe that's how you pronounce it. And the name is Lilanthim. Lilanthim. We'll call it Lila for the moment. I butchered that name entirely. And it is Anathema of Edacity. God, I'm butchering this stuff. Alright, so this is a 8/5/5. It has Aura, Last Words, Earthright. So you need only 2 Earthright for this. You summon her again. So this is going to be basically centralized around Earthright. So finally Runecraft are getting a fully constructed Earthright archetype with this set. That is something I was actually talking about when I saw Runecraft for the first time. I thought to myself, well, they have Earthright, it looks so good, but there's barely any cards that even benefit from it. But now, it looks as if with this one here, this is going to be the helm of the Earthright. And essentially, on Super Evo, select 2 enemy followers on the field and destroy them. But that's not the crazy part about it. The crazy part about it is this here. So whenever she dies and you always have 2 Earthright on the board, you can always bring her back. Always. That's the crazy part about this card. She will constantly be bringing back, basically turn after turn after turn, as long as you have 2 Earthright available to have. But yeah, this is a pretty damn good card. And of course you have that Super Evo there, select 2 enemy followers in the field and destroy them. You could even go crazy with this, and you could bring that back and save you Super Evo, and then play this again with the Super Evo. Hell, you could even play the Super Evo, and then just have her there as it is. There's some very nice things to be had with this. And I'm very glad that Earthright is finally getting something with a Runecroft. Got a brand new trait as well called Rally. I was confused by this, but they actually do explain it, and I'll show you guys after this. So this is Gildaria, Anathema of Peace, and it is for Swordcraft, and is a 6/4/4. On Fanfare, so when you summon, you have to have 20 Rally already prepped for this. You'll Super Evo immediately when this cards get played. So if you have the 20 Rally already met, this will become a 6/7/7. And whenever allied follower enters the field, deal 1 damage to all enemy followers. And when this follower evolves, summon 2 copies of Steel-clad Knights and give them Rush. So if you have this Rally already met, you will summon this, and then you will then have 2 copies of Steel-clad Knight with Rush literally ready and waiting for you. So Rally is essentially this here. New keyword Rally. Counts the number of allied followers that have entered the field during the match. Some abilities only activate if your Rally count is equal to or greater than the specified number. So basically, if you play a whole bunch of followers during the match, this Rally count will lower itself. And in other words, you have your, say, Luminous Mage who summons 2 or 3 2/2s with Ward. That will count towards it. You have that 1/2 that summons a 1/1 when it dies. That will count towards it. There's that 1/2 that summons a 1/1 when it has Fanfare. That will count towards it as well. And even the dogs too. So anything that summons copies will count towards it. So that's a really good card if you ask me. And I like that it's been added in. And we're getting something very different here with this expansion. But yeah, that's for Swordcraft. And the other card they had was Wilbert, Desolate, Paladin. This is for Havencroft. Now, when I first saw this card, I immediately thought, well, this is going to become a Ward Fiesta for Havencroft, because it pretty much is. So this is going to be a 6/4/6, and this is going to have Ward. On Last Words, summon 2 copies of Holy Cavalier. And evolve, gain crest Wilbert, Desolate, Paladin. Whenever an allied follower with Ward enters the field, give it +1/+2. Yes, my friends, that is a thing now. And this is Holy Cavalier. It is a 1/2. So when you summon this, it's going to become a 1/2/4. And as we know, the crest stays around for the whole entire match. So if Havencroft goes second, you have this in hand. You can play this turn 5. You can start playing all of your wards. They're going to get buffed by a 1/2. This will become a 2/4 immediately when it goes on the board. Yeah, because you have this crest, and the crest will basically buff whatever wards are being played. And it also showed us off a little bit. As you can see here, so there comes down Wilbert, and Wilbert gets evoed.
Leave me alone.
And you get a crest in the bottom left over here. And Wilbert gets killed by the Flying Thunder. And the wards, they then get summoned, and they immediately gain the crest's 1/2 bonus. And we've got a brand new card here as well. Cleric of Crushing is a 3/2/4, but with the crest it will become a 3/3/6, and likewise so on and so forth. And even now, Dindon is going to become even more viable than what is before. Wasn't really viable before, but hey, it's going to become more viable now. So Havencroft is going to become an absolute Ward Fiesta in the brand new set coming next week. It's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens with this, because I, for one, am looking forward to it. If I was to just rate these cards based off of what they are currently, I would say, unfortunately, Abysscraft is the least powerful, because Abysscraft didn't really need more late game cards. We really needed early game cards, because we had our late game. We had it in the form of Medusa and Serp. So at first I was kind of blown away by this, but now not so much, because you have to really prepare yourself for this if you want to be using it. Are you going to be running 3 copies of this? Are you going to be running 2? But hopefully we do get ourselves some very early game cards, and mid game as well, because we really are suffering that department. We very much are. But other than that though, the cards I've got shown off are looking very, very good. And they've actually got a schedule going forward too. They're going to be showing off a card every single day leading up to the expansion. And I believe some days have 2 or 3 cards more than others. But yep, when they do get shown off, I'll be updating you guys here on the channel. Other than that though, guys, thank you so much for going today. Really appreciate it. Take care, stay safe. If you haven't, please do hit that like button, hit the subscribe button as well. Let me know in the comments below what you think of these cards. There's a whole bunch of other stuff that got shown off as well. I'm not going to be covering that because there's too much, quite frankly. But there's a lot of content coming in the next month. So look forward to that. Other than that though, guys, goodbye for now. Bye-bye.